Let's see how we can use the forecast function in Google Sheets. We have the forecast function Google Sheet open, and it has the data template we require. In column A, we have the serial numbers, from 1 to 10, using the sequence function, with rows 10, columns 1, start 1, and step 1. In column B, we have the year, from 2021 to 2030. In column C, we have the actual sales data for the years 2021 to 2024. In column D, we want the forecasted sales data for the years 2025 to 2030. Now, to get the forecasted sales data, we will use the forecast function in Google Sheets. We will head to the D6 cell, and we will write equal to forecast. The forecast function gives the expected Y value using linear regression. It takes X, data Y, and data X as arguments. An example is shown. For our case, X is the year 2025, the year for which we want the forecasted sales data, which is given in the B6 cell. So we will write equal to forecast B6, comma, data Y is the actual sales data we already have, which is given in the C2 to C5 range. Let's lock this range, using the F4, or function plus F4 keys as the case may be, since if we drag the formula down, we don't want the range to change. Comma, data X is the year information we have from the year 2021 to 2024, which is given in the B2 to B5 range. Let's again lock this range using the F4, or function plus F4 keys as a case may be, because when we drag the formula down, we don't want this range to change. We see that for the year 2025, the forecasted sales data is calculated as 50,000. Let's drag this formula down till the D11 range. We see that we get the forecasted sales data for the years 2025 to 2030. Now let's create a year-wise, actual sales, and forecasted sales chart. So for that, we will head to the Insert tab. From there, we will select Chart. We get a chart here. Let's move the chart a little to the right. We see that the chart type is line chart, which works for us, so we won't change the chart type. We will head to the Customize tab, and in the series instead of Apply to All Series, we will select the forecasted sales, and in the line dash type, we will select dashed. So, for the forecasted sales, we will have the dashed line, for the actual sales we'll have the solid line. Let's go to the chart and axis title. Since chart title is selected, we can change the chart title from actual sales and forecasted sales, to year-wise actual sales and forecasted sales. We see that the chart title has updated to year-wise actual sales and forecasted sales. Let's center align this chart title. Let's select the vertical axis title. Since we don't see any vertical axis title, we see the horizontal axis title as year, but we don't see the vertical axis title. We will select the vertical axis title from the drop-down, and in the title text, we will write sales. We get the vertical axis title as sales. Let's go to the vertical axis, and in that we will just tick the show axis line. We get the vertical axis line. Next, we will head to the grid lines and text, and in that, horizontal axis is selected. In major spacing type we will select the step, and give the major step as 1, because we see that we get the year values, as 2022, 2024, in step of 2 years. Now we see that on the x-axis, we get the years, from the year 2021 to 2030, in steps of 1. Next, we will click the major ticks. We get the major ticks for the horizontal axis. The tick's position can be outside, can be inside, or can be cross. We will keep it as cross. Let's untick the minor grid lines, since it was ticked by mistake. Now let's select the vertical axis, and in the major spacing type, let's select step, and in the major step, the step value we will give is 10,000. We see that the vertical major spacing on the vertical axis has changed to 10,000. We will then tick the major ticks, and the tick positions we will keep as cross. Let's close the chart editor. We see that we get the actual sales data for the year 2021 to 2024, and the forecasted sales data for the year 2025 to 2030 as required. With this, we have successfully learned how to use the forecast function in Google Sheets. Thank you for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe if this video was useful.